My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm viewing Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandal Pour Homme Eau de Toilette. And this is £56 for 50ml, £77 for 100ml. And if you love it, it is £90 for 150ml. And the notes are clary sage, caramel, tonka bean, and vetiver. And it's going on about energizing and addictive, which I can't be bothered reading. Do we have our bottles of Scandal? Are we engaged with our higher self? Let's get testing. So Scandal, I was thinking about this, what does that mean to me? And Scandal, I hope it's naughty. I hope it's like outrageous. I hope it's something crazy about it. I don't want safe perfumery in this. I don't want a dangerous name with safe perfumery. I kind of want something dangerous, unique, dark, interesting, long-lasting, training behind and affecting people around you. That's kind of what I want for a name like this. So let's see. So you can tell it's eau de toilette because it's wet. There's a dampness to it. This is really radiant. So this smells like vanilla ice cream. It's kind of the core of it is vanilla ice cream. This is a fresh gourmand, which I don't really understand fresh gourmands. I kind of think gourmands, you don't go halfway there. Gourmands, you take them there, you base them out and you make them delicious, seductive, intoxicating. That's what always a gourmand should be. So always in modern perfumery, you always base it around, generally, always, Isu Super and Hedione, or Hedione and Isu Super. Hedione and Isu Super gives you light, airy, and I love building that way for some different ways. And then Isu Super and Hedione gives a more weighted, meaty feel to the formulation. That's happening in here. And you can tell because it sort of has weight to it, but it's light and airy at the same time. And that is from the expansive raw materials through it that are giving a expansive nature to it. This is not musk heavy. So you can tell that because it's light and airy. And so there's a few musks in sort of low down the formulation because you're not detecting particularly anything. And there would be, in this, there would be clean white musks to help give that clean finish to it. You know, I'd imagine like a Galaxolide, Tonicade, ethylene brassylate, something along those lines to give it just a bit of cleanness to it. And it's very nice, but it's kind of not fitting the Scandal. I mean, I don't know what's scandalous about this. It just smells nice. So I've spoken about dihydromercenol before. Dihydromercenol is a fantastic raw material. It's allergen free. It smells at the concentrations that are in here masculine. So this smells like a masculine fragrance. And then you go down through sort of grapefruit-like raw materials. And then you have a raw material, which I really like using, which is given that expansive nature. And that is an acetate that it's hard at room temperature. You have to heat it up to work with it. It gives an expansive, clean finish. So this has like the top notes are sort of, I would summarize it as sort of apple, grapefruit. I'm yet to use clary sage. It's not my most favorite raw materials, to be honest, but I'm trying to be braver with my choice of raw materials, which I find I don't gravitate to clary sage. Clary sage is in this. And then the cleaners, so lemon is a fantastic raw material to work with, and it just helps to clean up a formulation. And when you're dealing with sort of like vanillas and all that sort of stuff, lemon can sort of help to push it to a real clean finish to it. At the core, I don't like the core, and that's maybe kind of what I don't like is that sort of vanillin and fruit molecules, which gives it that vanilla, coconut, sort of peachy, fruity thing to it. And that's at the core. And to me, it smells like, I don't know, a lot of my subscribers are American. If you have fruit salads, when I was a kid, I used to have pocket money once a week and I would get sweets once a week. Of course you do when you're a kid. And there was something called fruit salads. I don't know what else they're called. So it smells like this. So at the core, there's like a sweet, fake sweet note. On to my final thoughts. This is not doing much for me, and kind of like on the skin, it had a beautiful radiance and now it's flattening off. It smells fresh and clean. The name doesn't suit it at all, and that's kind of why I feel a little bit annoyed. The name is sort of quite subjective to what you're buying, and I kind of think for Scandal, I'd want something that's dark, mysterious, smoked out, sensual, naughty, fragrance to put on when you want to go and do naughty stuff. And kind of this just smells like another Jean-Paul Gaultier. And Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrances I thought fantastic, and I remember them. So the original Lamal, the bottle was so like quite outrageous if you think what it is. It's like a sculpted naked man's body. And it's quite outrageous. I kind of love that sort of naughtiness to it. And I kind of like the way Jean-Paul Gaultier, to me as a designer, he's always naughty. There was always a naughtiness to him. This just feels like a safe fragrance that doesn't particularly last. This is drying down funny on my skin as well. And I've spoken about this in the past, that there are some high street fragrances that there are raw materials in it that dry down and smell overly metallic, slightly sulfurous. And that is in this. And if you have it, you get sort of like a slightly stale, bitter finish to it at the base. And that's sort of the expansive raw materials they use to try and build things for cost. So I'll go from marks of view. First two marks are legal compliance, where the box is safe and legal. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm very, very happy about that. Next two marks are sort of technical ability. Oh, it feels so simplistic, and this really is built for cost, in my opinion, of course. So I kind of think there's nothing particularly overwhelming by it. The name's really got to me. It's annoyed me a little bit, if I'm honest with you. So I give it a 1 out of 2 for that. Next to marks are longevity and projection. This is not doing anything. I can't smell it. I'm have to go in quite close. I don't think the projection is not doing much for me. It's kind of, you can make cheaper fragrances, have that projection. You can do it. So in this aspect, I'm going to mark it a kind of a 1 out of 2. Like an bless for trying. Really, that's how I honestly feel about it. And the next 4 marks are whether I like it. I don't like it at all. The name has annoyed me. Scandal should have been dark, mysterious, interesting. And it's like bubblegum smell. That saccharine smell, that sort of overly sweet smell, that is ethyl maltol, and that is going through the whole thing, and that's putting my teeth on edge. So you've got a vanilla, fruity thing combined with ethyl maltol. It doesn't really smell anything. And I kind of want more for you for the money, to be honest with you. Like, it's a lot of money, and I'm gonna mark it a 7 out of 10. It's kind of all right. It's not particularly doing anything wrong. It's not really offensive. I kind of think it's all right, but I kind of don't like the vanilla finish on it. I don't think it's particularly imaginative, and I kind of want companies out there to start doing stuff that's a bit more exciting, really pushing perfumery forward. But as I've said in the past, if you take the art perfumery, take out marketing, give it to perfumers and say, create something for me, do something, create a classic, I kind of think we may move forward into a slightly different era of perfumery, which is exciting and amazing. But in this aspect, it's a bit meh. So I hope you love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance reviews. Hope you're staying safe and well, and I'll see you soon.